Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with a match here in the Gundam 2, and this is going to be a 350 cost basic match here, and we're going to be on deserts. The Gundam 2 was recently buffed in the October 2023 unit adjustments. This update actually saw a lot of good buffs coming out of here, and Gundam 2 was one that interested me because this is a suit I like to play, but it's not one that I really get out too often. I don't really play it in space too much, which is really probably where this thing is preferred to be. Typically like to play this on ground instead, because even in space matches, I tend to go with the regular Gundam instead of the Gundam 2, so kind of an oddity there. But yeah, the suit got buffed, and we're going to take a look at that today. And just for the record, the Gundam 2 here is a native 350 general, and we have a lot of buffs to go over, so we're going to jump right into it here. So for our unit features, the unit HP was increased from 13,000 to 15,000. Upper levels were also enhanced, so already a nice start, some nice HP increase there. The thrusters were increased from 55 to 65. High speed movement was increased from 190 to 200. Rotation speed was increased from 54 to 57, and you have the unit skill anti-blast stabilizer level 1. For all your part slots, you have more part slots in each category. For close range, you had 7, now it is 9. Mid range was 12, now it's 13, and long range was 5, and now it's 7, and the upper levels have also been enhanced. They also reduce the inertial effort when switching directions of movement. And you have some buffs here specifically for the level 2 and 3 variants. For the level 2 version, thruster output increase level 1 was given, and the level 2 unit skill force injector level 1 was increased to level 2. For the level 3 version, unit skill thrust output increase level 2 was given, and force injector level 1 was increased to level 2. So overall, a very nice start there. Some nice unit features there. A lot of basic stuff, really, just across the board. Like most of it really seems like it's to help with the mobility. It looks like the decrease to the inertia, or just like more thrusters and everything. So very nice to have a more mobile unit here. And for the other buff we have here is for the main melee weapon, that being the Heat Saber. What's interesting about this is I think this is the same Heat Saber that a lot of the Dom variants use, so I don't know if this actually applies to any of those variants. It might just be this suit, though, I assume. I don't think it probably applies to everything. But for this suit here, the combo attack compensation was increased. They increased compensation for downward melee attacks, and they increased the movement speed during downward combat attacks, making it easier to hit the target. So some nice melee buffs there as well. Mainly those ones seem focused around really just trying to hit your targets, which I can kind of understand that because hover suits sometimes, depending on which one you're playing and what the weapons are, it can be a bit difficult to actually hit your target sometimes, so I do appreciate them trying to make it a bit easier for the suit to land its melee attacks. So very nice there, and that is everything we have for the buff list here. And again, yeah, some very nice stuff going around. Seems like really just a lot of quality of life improvements here, just for the overall specs of the unit itself. Oh yeah, like no other changes to any of its range weapons, which, I mean, most of the range weapons are fine anyway. You do have the Gundam 2 bazooka, which even though that has a long ready-up time, it does do some very nice damage, so that is something to take into consideration when using this weapon. You also have a beam gun on the chest, which is an instant stun, and you have your standard Xeon Sturmfaust, which is another instant stun, so 3 instant stuns overall. You can also switch the primary for the MMP-80 machine gun with the grenade launcher, so if you use that, you will still have 3 instant stuns, and then you'll have a machine gun, but I really don't see people use this loadout. It's different on the GH version with the big heat sword, because that's the only weapon that version can use, but it would be kind of interesting to try this with machine gun one day, maybe just to see what it's like. But that aside, yeah, I think overall, kind of like with the Rick DS. I do think this is overall a very nice buff for this suit. Because again, it's like one of those suits. Like I want to get this out more, but I really don't think about it too much. And maybe now with the buffs, maybe I'll consider it more in trying to use it. Definitely want to see if I can try it in a space match one day, because again, this suit really works well more in space. Kind of like, I mean, it is a Rick Dom variant, so that does make a lot of sense. But yeah, definitely trying this in space would be very interesting to see, especially with just a lot of the buffs meant to make melee like hit easier and like just better movement speed, better thrusters. I think the suit even has like the space compatibility, so on top of everything you have there, you will also have space compatibility on top of like the increased mobility and thrusters this thing already has, so lots of good coming out of that here. But yeah, I think that's everything I really have to say about this suit. Really good buff overall, and probably will make me try to use this suit a bit more. I do need to use it at the higher levels as well. I haven't really used it at 400 or 450, so that is another case of something I would like to try out as well. Again, preferably in space matches if I can find them, but spaces these days, it's not really easy to get into space matches. I only recently was able to get my first match using the Gigan space type in my recent Saturday stream, so kind of just shows how just difficult it can be, but yeah, overall, very nice buff, and I'm just going to commentate the last minute of this match here, getting to the end. And I'm pretty sure, like, here you can see, like, this is just, like, the results really do speak for itself here, just how well I've been able to do on this match here. Got a lot of very, like high damage hits, especially on that E3 custom. Like, just with one shot from the rocket launcher really took a huge, like, chunk of their health away. And even with the suit's melee as well, because this suit does have some decent melee going for it. Yeah, you can do a lot of damage to raids. It's definitely very nice in that aspect of just being a damage dealer. Again, with those instant stuns, you can really try to make use of that melee of yours. See 2020 to the E3 custom there. See if we can try to get a rocket launcher around. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get one on the last few seconds here, because I do have a lot of people attacking me, so we'll see if I'm able to get a rocket off. Doesn't look like though, because it looks like it's reloading. So just going to try to move in here. So you can see doing some decent melee damage. Get my... nope, couldn't get my shot off in time. And yep, going to be a death there, unfortunately, but there's prior times in the match, yeah, you can see just the amount of raw damage this suit is capable of, and yeah, let's see what we got. We got the last seconds here, and timeout mission over. Let's see how we did this match here in the buffed Rick Dom 2, and mission completed. Yeah, I decided to run it in Gato colors just to do something a bit different. But top in individual score, and going to be my rival. First place overall with 8 kills and 3 loss. Not too bad there. And yeah, that's going to be... Oh yeah, this was back when the limited missions were going too. Yeah, I've had this match for quite a while. Didn't do it last time because I think that like Rick Diaz match took priority over this one. So that was the one I was really focusing on at the time. But that's going to be the end of this video here. Really good buffs overall. There's definitely more buff suits I want to try. Volgule is going to be one of them if I can try to get a match with it, because I do really like the Volgule, but haven't really been playing high cost that much recently. Been on a lot of like 400 and stuff, so might give me an excuse to start playing 650, 700 soon, but that's going to do it for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the buffed Rick Dom 2. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.